I believe there is a natural order to things, which dictates men are dominant and women are submissive. Disregarding the connotation of that sentence, what is it actually trying to say? We know that there is a social component to gender, but do men and women really differ neurologically? Does biology really necessitate gendered behavior? For decades, researchers assumed that there must be some difference between male and female brains to account for the stereotypical differences between the two. We wanted to find a biological reason why we observed men and women differ in spatial skills and mathematical reasoning, so we assumed a conclusion and began to hunt for evidence. Yet for every study that was conducted that confirmed our bias, that there was an inherent difference between men and women, there are several studies that show that is not the case. We found external factors rather than internal that account for such differences. If there are only slight differences in behavior between the two groups that can be attributed to internal factors, perhaps the two groups aren't that different after all. Because we all develop in very unique ways due to the interlocking factors that contribute to your development, there are many different types of brains. On average, most of our brains are actually a mixture between male and female structures. In fact, only 6% of 1,400 participants in a 2015 study conducted at Tel Aviv University could be said to have the average brain of a single sex. They went further and studied the personality profiles of 5,500 participants. 98% of them could be filed into clear-cut gendered categories. The differences between the most strictly aligned brains come in the form of a little more gray matter or white matter here and there, or perhaps more connections between the hemispheres of the mind. So while it is true that there is some difference between a strict male and female brain, the majority of us don't have such an experience. Behaviors vary widely, and sometimes they elude classification. That's really not a revolutionary idea, but some people treat it as such. Science says there is really not enough evidence to uphold such a strict dichotomy that we strive for in Western culture. The way we treat our kids based on our own internal biases are more likely to influence particular behaviors of our children than how their brain formed and exists. We should move away from the black and white thinking of the past so that science has its breathing room free from our very deep-seated biases. It's something that objectively exists, and even if it didn't, there is all the reason in the world to respect people that you don't even know before casting them aside as garbage. Please stay safe, my witchlings, and know that you are incredible. Come talk to me on social media if you need to. The links are in the description and everywhere else on my channel. Know that your experience is real and valid, and it's beautiful. Until next time, bye.